coronavirus is blowing up, with the U.S. now topping more than 3 million cases. Several states hit all-time records yesterday, with Texas recording more than 10,000 new cases. Meantime, hospitals in several states are reaching full capacity, and the death rate is still relatively low. But Dr. Anthony Fauci says that's not an excuse to treat this surge as anything other than serious.
It's a false narrative to take comfort in a lower rate of death. There's so many other things that are very dangerous and bad about this virus. Don't get yourself into false complacency.
Now, there is one coronavirus death that's drawing a lot of interest and a lot of controversy. In fact, a lot of our DBL Nation has already written in about it. This is 17-year-old Carsyn Leigh Davis. She died last month of the disease in Florida. The teen had other health issues, including cancer and a rare autoimmune disorder. Now, the Miami-Dade medical examiner found Davis went to a large church party along with 100 other children where she did not wear a mask, and there was no social distancing enforced. After she got sick, her parents waited a week to take her to the hospital, and then they treated her with hydroxychloroquine while at home. So now, including our very own DBL Nation, many of you are blasting her parents for their actions. Al, let me start with you, considering you have 3 children. What do you think of the criticism, because there is a lot of criticism against this mother not protecting her child, and what do you make of the entire story, especially if there's going to be similar ones in the future?
Well, Sam, I'll start out by telling you what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to blast this woman who's just lost a child, which is just completely unimaginable. We all have children, and I'm sure it would be a fate worse than death to get that call. That being said, fortunately or unfortunately, however you look at it, once you have a child, as long as you are within a certain guidelines, you can raise that child how you want to. There are Christian Scientists that do not get their children blood transfusions. There is a large group of people in this country that do not and will not have their children vaccinated. This woman decided to send her immunocompromised child into an area where she was at risk, and unfortunately, it looks like things happened which were unfortunate. So it was her decision, and unfortunately, we lost a life because of it.
Oh, Jeff, my heart breaks for this child.
Yeah, and
that doesn't have a future, and for the family.
Yeah, and Al hit at, first and foremost, there's a 17-year-old child that's no longer on this planet. I'm glad that Al started with that. But on the flip side, which you do have to say the flip side, I'm not saying go after this mother because she's grieving in her own way right now. Listen, you have to be a parent. If your kid starts smoking at 8 years old, you got to take that cigarette away. If you have an immunocompromised child, you have to take extra special care of that child in these times, not just in general, in these times specifically. So there is some blame here, but I don't want the weight of the world to fall down this woman, because I already feel like I don't want to say punished, because that shouldn't be anyone's punishment, right? But you do have to say something that, listen, you have to listen to doctors sometimes. Right. You have to listen to doctors.
No, I think just to put a button on this, I agree with both of you. You don't want to kick someone while they're down, but also it is very important, if not vital, if not life-saving, to listen to the experts. And it's just a tragic story all the way around.